The tools that I use are fairly basic, and this is an example. The first is the ruler, the cutting mat, and the knife. If you want to use a paper trimmer, please feel free to use that. Scissors. We'll be using that to cut a few corners, as it were. If you want to, you can round your corners. I do that in a couple of places, but it's not absolutely necessary, and you could always do it without that. These next two things, glue and brayer. Best thing to use is something like a glue stick. Avoid anything wet. You want it to dry quickly, but you don't want it to be sopping wet. I may or may not use a brayer. And look, seriously, if there's a lot of glue that you want to push around, you can use something like this to do that. This will also help you when you fold later. Fold your cardstock to give you a nice flat fold. But you don't necessarily have to use a bone folder. You can use your glue stick, and I'll show you how to do that later. The last one is these little things. Brain and names, can't remember what they're called. But these are the ones that I usually use. The ones that snap like this. You can get them from, in Australia, cheap stores like the $2 store and, you know, your neighbourhood type store. You'll get half a dozen for $2 or something like that. And they come in lots of different sizes. I've got 3 sizes, starting from this small one up to a large one. I just find that they keep the paper secure until it's glued. So if you want to use pegs or, you know, bulldog clips, please feel free to use those as well. I just happen to use those. If you have this version as opposed to this version, these are okay, but they tend to leave a mark depending on what you're using. So I personally steer clear of those. So that's everything that you're going to need. Let's move on to the next video.